Connection successful. Anyway, welcome back after I disconnected for a million times. So here's super ultra chill music, and let me know if I need to adjust the volume on this, as always. Not again. We back, fam. Alright, so ARK-150. Still doing the stuff. And I know he kind of looks like Mickey Mouse TMR circle. Let's see. How do I adjust? Nope, sorry, I guess there's only 10% and 20%, thanks YouTube. I'm gonna accentuate, I'll probably accentuate his headband more in my picture because the headband's cool. Have it literally be a headband. Mong took the route, I think the Mong took the logical route and he made it like a plated thing. That's more like usable. Nope. Einer's robot gets bed sheets around his head. Oh, okay, cool. Let's see here. Apparently the audio levels are okay. So anyway, yeah, let's... Art. Maybe if I have him do ballet, that would be the best pose. Where I have him kind of go like this. I'm gonna have him go like that. And I'm gonna go like this. And he's going to run free with his gun blades. There you go. There it is. $20,000 set school. Probably. I think I have desktop audio on, but I have no idea how to use this thing. You know what? I don't care. Let's see here. Alright, let's do the thing. So anyway, there's Ballet Einer. Maybe we want a... We have this really cool art test that I can't be bothered to dig up right now. But there's a really cool art test from one of the artists who actually drew the Einer illustration. The art test we had when we were finding artists to help me out, like last year or year before, was I just like gave them a picture of Einer and a picture of ARK-150, and depending on who the artist was, I'm like, draw this person, draw that person, or draw both. So one of the art tests that came in was actually this pretty cool picture where I can't even replicate it, but it had cool perspective. It was kind of a head-on thing. Let's take Handsome Squidward off this picture. The cool part about drawing like E-types and stuff is that I don't have to think too hard about a pose because they don't have limbs. So who watched the finale of Samurai Jack last night? Let's see. It was alright. I'm glad that the show can finally lay to rest. Now, if only he gets to finish Symbionic Titan. That's the important thing. And now the fool seeks to return to the past and undo the future. That is ARK-2. Let's see here. That's a good pose. Should he shoot pose? Who says he needs to face right? Maybe I could have him face left. Yeah, Monk's pose is just good. He kind of has that like pose where he can use his arms as swords. He's like, I'm gonna gank you or I'm going to shoot you, and I can do both because of how I am. He's also just like a basic karate pose though. So maybe if I figure out a better way to put the feet, it's more dag. I'm thinking like this sort of. If anyone's a karate expert out there, please feel free to let me know. So I think I have him bend his. Yeah, obviously. I kind of want him actually. Well, if I had him go like this, yeah, it's more. I think that's how you would actually pose. Back leg straight, front leg arc. But I wonder if there's a pose that I can give him where he's more in motion. Kind of like the ARK-1. It's kind of like the ARK-2500 pose where it's like lunging like this. And he's like that. And then he's like this. And he's like that. And he's like this. And he's like that. Because like Einer's like action hero robot #1. So I want to see if I can make him a little bit more dynamic than just standing there. That'll be a challenge. That's what you're here to watch. Well, about $39,800 and 510 backers ish. So that, how cool is that? Art. There it is. There's my computer fan. Streaming music, streaming my screen, and operating Photoshop at the same time. Computer was not built for this. But hey, I guess we're not dropping that many frames, apparently. Let's see. This is Supreme Art. Yeah, I just maybe have to I have to think loose. I gotta think like Batman. And like I actually asked Mong if he wanted to do a stream. He's like, nah man, my work process isn't fun to watch. And I'm like, well, I do streams. I don't think you guys are watching my work process. And it's pretty quality stuff, man. So this is probably not going to be the pose, but it will allow me to propose exploration. right arm, up, left arm, forward, across his shoulder, across his chest like this. And then there's Batman. I'm Batman. I like milk. Let's see here. Let's do... This is why these are stretch goals, by the way, man. This takes time. Time and effort. And... But it's for the greater good, because the game is gonna look wicked good. We're not gonna have any of the jank old art assets in here anymore. Now that Aegis has finally grown up and it's a big boy, and it's gonna get on shelves and it has all this money and people attached to it, gotta make it look 100%. Hashtag 100. I think I'm just drawing a nudist. Maybe that's actually ARK's final form. Is that it's actually just Anubis from Zone of the Enders. Hello, my name is Anubis. So let's see, what did we unlock recently? We unlocked, just at 39,000, the box is now fancy. And even fancier than the box sleeve, which I know is everyone's favorite. But it's still pretty cool. But yeah, the box sleeve, and now the box sleeve will surround a box that is made of woven mithril. I believe is the official material that we have chosen for the box. It is woven mithril. And we're going to ship the robots in it. Woven mithril. But yeah, it's we now got the funds to give everybody a box that is good. Not that the last box wasn't good. It was just like a normal, like, you know, aqueous coating, telescoping box. It'll probably get all beat up. But now it is a box that is made out of whatever material, and it's really good material. It's linen coating, and it's made to kind of getting it made. It's gonna be similar to that material they make magic fat packs out of. Those things are basically made to take a beating. I kind of wanted Aegis to be super durable and super portable, so that's what we did. We upgraded the box into something more sweet. There's actually a purpose to it. Like, I know there are a lot of games that come in linen boxes, but they're also games that you would never really leave your house with, so I don't know why. But Aegis should leave your house. Aegis should be over all of your friends' houses. Aegis should be brought to your local game store. Aegis, you bring Aegis with you fishing. Play Aegis on a boat. Play Aegis on a yacht. Playing Aegis will make you rich. The World Championships of Aegis will be held in the year 2023 and will have a prize pool of $1 million. That is the goal. Anyone who's watched these art streams before know that this is basically how they go, and that I kind of derp around and find a good pose, and finding the pose is honestly the hardest part, I swear. Like, doing the lines and the colors and the shading, so easy, but like getting a quality pose, difficult. So back in my days as a concept artist, I used to have a few different techniques to do this. One of them was I actually just start using ink blots instead, and that helps me. If I can't get anything done with lines, I just start blotting, and then I kind of make a. You'll see. Do I have? This? Here we go. So like back in the day I did some stuff like this, and I made these by kind of doing various techniques, blotting and getting the silhouettes down, and I would go in and kind of render some details on top of the blots. And I used to get a lot of really different silhouettes and robot designs that way. This is for another miscellaneous game that I worked on a very long time ago. Getting those strong shapes in that silhouette, one of the hardest things. You know, like the surrealist thing is that I'm not exactly the greatest artist on the planet. Obviously, there are guys like Mong that just blow me out of the water. However, what was once just like notebook doodles and lamenting over how I wasn't as good as my other artist friends, I now have a game that apparently several hundred people want that is constructed off of my notebook doodles, and it is worth many, many thousands of dollars. That's cool. All that junk in your notebooks over there, kids, could be worth a lot of money one day. You just have to find an audience for it, I guess. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Thank you, Shia. Nice. It feels good. You know, that he just is doing the thing. I'm gonna deliver you guys a cool game. Great game about robots and stuff. This music has too many lyrics, therefore, witches robots might find us and kill me. It's YouTube Red original. Thanks for YouTube Red. Freeform jazz. Jazz is like unideable, right? So like the robots. Whoosh. Anyway, how you doing, Bright Fox? Hope you're doing well this morning. It's lazy Sunday morning. It's actually sunny out again, very rare. I'm foregoing sunlight for you guys. Not that I would probably be going out anyway, I'd probably all just be doing other AEGIS stuff. Honestly. But yeah, sunlight in Seattle. So far this is probably like the 7th or 8th sunny day since we got here like 3 or 4 weeks ago. I guess is also a piece of trivia. We actually just kind of relocated to Seattle right before the Kickstarter launch. So we're dealing with launching the Kickstarter and moving 3,000 miles across the country at the same time. And we pulled it off, yeah! It was good. If anything, believe in us. We'll make stuff happen. Every time. I call this one Tuxedo Arc. And he's gonna, you know what he's gonna do? He's gonna do the splits. Dancing. Like one of those scenes in the movie where they impress somebody in the middle of the dance floor. Go, Tuxedo Arc, go! Seattle's wicked fat, kid. It's true. Ugh. Crack. Seattle is wicked far. Can you hear that? Can you guys hear the fan of my laptop? Usually you can't. Because I do this all the time. My fan's always exploding, but I never hear complaints about the fan. But let me know about that. I don't think headphones would actually solve the fan noise problem. Oh yeah, Emerald City Comic Con is good. I know it happens in like the fall-ish. Nope. Yeah, March. Yeah, it happens normally around when we're at PAX over on the East Coast. Emerald City Comic Con is very good. We'll probably be there next year. Assuming we're not at PAX East at the exact same time. I still don't know what the PAX East 2018 date is. Crack, snap, pop. Every day I hear that sound coming out of bed. Karate pose. When in doubt, check out those refs. Not that I necessarily want karate pose, but it'll look good. It helps just to look at poses in general. Yeah, there it is. Exactly what I want. God, I miss when DeviantArt was popular. Oh, hiya! Oh, hey, look. That's this guy on the bottom right corner is pretty much the original pose. Get the blue guy jumping at the screen at the top of the search. Which? Yeah, there he is. my god. Living on the edge, fighting crime, spinning webs. Let's drop his opacity down. What? Nope. You, and hit B, and then this. I wonder if I could make this guy. Living on the edge. It'd be really funny, actually. I'm so amused. Living on the edge, fighting crime, spinning webs. There he is. Got it. There. There's the pose. Maybe I'll master foreshortening one day. Actually, it'd be pretty sweet if I could pull this off. One time I took a foreshortening class. There was an art class in 6th grade. I think that's the only time I ever learned foreshortening. It wasn't really learning, it was more like, the teacher was like, here's what foreshortening is, now draw it. And I'm like, thanks. Middle school art classes were horrible. If I had a decent art teacher growing up, I'd be boss right now. But instead, I learned by watching anime.